try and limp their way out. Oh, that is a fantastic fire kick as the sidestep does come in, but there is the barrier having to be used. Duro there with the shield as well, as Ruler is in a lot of trouble. The flash forward from Raptor, and he's able to keep himself alive as well with the help of Kel, and first blood over to BNK Fearex as Canyon dealing with a crocodile here who's trying to kill his crab.
Vicla's over here. I think Canyon should be able to secure 2 of these at least. Can get the first one without smite, the second one, and frankly with Chovy coming over now, should be able to get all 3. But it feels like a paltry prize in comparison to what was given over on the other side, as Ruler does end up going down there. And the bottom duo is a little bit split as Duro's moving around the map trying to make a larger impact. Sometimes you just get chain dove repeatedly. And if the enemy jungler loses prior, they can't help you out. And so it's better to just swap like this when you have a tank top lane. BNK will get the second dragon I was talking about. Zvika looks for an all-in.
Yeah, looking for a bit of an angle here, but Chovy, Petrifying Gaze comes down. There is a fair bit of poisoning onto Vikla, who uses the perfect execution just to escape.
Sources, they're going to commit the TP for Kiin. They want to contest this.
Yeah, and he's got ulti, so I don't know whether BNK can really do too much about this. Clear can teleport in if he would like. But look at this. This is what Kiin does, by the way, in the mid-game. He just stands in front of people. And there's cease and desist trying to get into the backline. The arrow is going to fly in as well, but Raptor is just dead because Kiin stops anyone from doing anything. Clear is going to be able to make his way forward as Kellen is in the Cataclysm, and the culling is going to eat him up. Now Canyon in a little bit of trouble as there's a big Renekton after him. He will be able to take down the Jarvan, but now Ruler is free hitting. The flash in from Clear does nothing at all, and now Vikla and Taeyeon are looking to try and escape the wrath of Kiin. And on the miasma, nowhere for this Ashe to go, and didn't have flash anyway, so he wasn't escaping.
Say
and
goodbye. Would be the easiest way to summarize it, but I think it goes layers deep than that, because now Chovy is 1,200 gold ahead. Ruler is ahead. Taeyeon's out of the commanding position he was in.
Old metal axe.
It's crazy how you can play so methodically and build a lead up.
That's not an axe, that's a hammer. So.
Yeah. Whatever. You could build a lead so methodically, right? Play it through this Ashe lane, push Ruler into such an uncomfortable spot, make him farm in top lane, have all the cards, you're a Kali.
No Melio ult necessary to save him from that. As Canyon gonna get a nice little knock up here onto Raptor.
This is not a favorable engaged position, BNK.
Yeah, I would let this one go.
They did not have the Seraphine in close enough range to follow up. Like, she would have been able to line up the shot, but there's so much space. It would have taken so long. Ruler would have been able to dash away or sidestep. He has flash.
Doesn't quite get there. The beat is going to drop. And GenG, bit of a failed engage as we have 20 seconds left on this Drake. And the Renekton is getting some work done in that top lane.
And Clear gets something out of this.
And might even be able to get this entire turret. So far, not a great trade here for Gen.G. And Clear, he took notes on what happened when they messed up that first engage and said, you know what, I'm hard committing.
Yeah, he's just going to go all the way in to that top turret. Kiin will respawn here now, but the turret is dead.
Yeah.
Chovy's turret that he was trying to take was, at least for a little while, defended, but now that Canyon comes down, I think he will get it with this next wave. So it's an inner, though, plus outer for just an outer. So definitely a trade up for BNK, still engaging with him, or interacting with him, or engaging on him.
It's just going to be a really difficult time, as Chovy is just going to teleport towards the bottom lane, looking to try and lock down Clear here. The train is going to come on through, and that is a bit of extra damage towards Clear. Chovy just sprints over, though. And Noxious Blast needs to be avoided. There's the Petrifying Gaze, doesn't get stunned up, and now Raptor's going to make his way in. The arrow is going to come through and interrupt a Q that was never going to land, as Clear is still trying to keep himself alive, but it's not going to work. Down goes the Crocodile, and Raptor's like, well, I mean, we tried.
I want to point out to everyone that Clear still has a 1,300 gold lead and a 40 CS advantage, and Kiin has a 300 gold bounty.
Soul as well, as Vikla with some fancy footwork to try and escape here, but Canyon, he's going to move on over, and the escape is on, as Vikla might be able to get out of this, but it's just not really going to be enough. Kiin's the one that locks down the kill, and that could be the sign to go towards Baron. Let's go with some achievable goals, shall we, BNK Fearex? Because that ain't it. Arrow is going to sail on in, but just goes past the Baron, and now Raptor is very, very dead. Ruler gets on over the wall, as Clear with the teleport in, kind of regrets it, but does have the big old shield to keep himself alive.
What is with the impossible contest attempts?
Yeah,
this one they were like, we have a Renekton in the bottom lane, maybe we can get a turret. Just like last time, they're like, nah.
Obviously, Taeyeon and Kellen do not have the ability to secure that, but I don't even think Canyon needed his smite. As now Chovy looking for an angle here. Noxious Blast going to connect. Fire kick is going to try and push him away, but another one is going to land. These Twin Fangs doing so much work. The Cataclysm will come down, and that allows Chovy to grab that kill. Now with their Baron, they're able to rip through this turret, as Kiin is just a demolition man on this Scion. 8 seconds until he has the ulti up, and we've seen this play before. 3 seconds. As he has flash, he's going to use it to get himself out of here. Does have the good old shield, and Duro comes on over to make sure that he doesn't even have to ult, ladies and gentlemen.
When I asked if he could kill him, I was kidding, of course.
Yeah. Oh dear, that's just not
he
not
took
very
like
fair, is it?
4 turret shots, I think, as well.
Yeah.
On the inner.
Well, Canyon looking for a fight instead of anything else. Kiin is still like meandering back down here, doesn't have teleport. As Raptor, not sure about that play, as Ruler is going to be able to get on top of him. Cease and assist is more of a question rather than an ability in that situation, as there's Ruler dashing forward. Not sure about that one, but actually he is. Tayin looking for the angle here, as he will be able to take down Duro before inevitably dying. And Clear, he just respawned.
Surely he won't try to contest this Infernal Soul.
Surely he has that level of bravery.
He does like to come to the objectives that are extremely defendable so far this game. I think this game can be summed up by the Herald fight that happened early on, and this gold graph can be summed up by the Herald fight that happened early on.
Yeah. And yeah, this is the problem, and this is why it feels so bad when you lose a fight like that. GenG will just never let you back in, and it just feels so frustrating. Is now, yeah,
trying to kill Scion again.
He only went 1 stop there as well. Like, he barely even traveled. Just gets himself out of the way. That is going to mitigate any sort of cross-play there away from GenG. As Canyon looks to try and turn that arrow into an engage. Culling is going to get interrupted by Raptor, as now Ruler trying to keep himself alive. Clear gets on top of him, but Ruler has so much support. It is going to be Vikla that shuts him down in the end, but Canyon turns up. It's a triple for Chovy. This guy's Cassiopeia was left alone and will now just sap all of the health bars of BK Fearex as he collects himself the quadra kill. And Raptor is going to try and deny the Penta, but he will not be able to deny the game.
No. And I don't think Chovy will be able to take him out here, but ultimately the game is over, and that's the most important thing.
Oh, wait a second.
He's teasing it. He's teasing it.
In he goes. And there's another ult from Kiin. I'm amazed that he managed to have that one back up. Pentakill! Wow, it was so delayed. But Chovy is going to pick it up. That's back-to-back pentakills.
Yes.
Thanks, Gillette. Really managing to get on the screen here over the last couple of days. As BK Fearex will clear out this wave. Kiin obviously has a fair bit of damage and chase potential, as he is not going to chase into the fog of war. As Ruler does now have his Ghost Blade.
Yeah, I knew you were going to mention it.
If I see a Serpent's Fang, I'm going to be upset. Ghost Blade by itself goes fine. There's now an exhaust, an all-in angle here for Kiin, as he looks to get on top of Clear. Silver Bolt should be able to do it after the tumble. There it is.
They will be rewarded for that priority.
I believe so. Chovy is going to get attacked here, but I don't know about this one. There is the flash for the Pop Blossom, and there was a Lulu, I swear. But not anymore. Kellen, yeah, okay. Well, we will have a re-engage. Vikla throws down a bear, and there is Raptor going on in with the Paranoia as well. So it's a 1-for-1 in the end. As Can BF Sword also on top of that. Ghostblade building towards some fun items after the utility. And now Chovy looking for a rotation down. Paranoia does come in. That's going to secure Shelly as, oh dear, Canyon just dead before anything's really started. Vikla taking a lot of damage, but Duro in trouble as well. Clear trying to get that Nabal built up as now Taeun dashing around, but Chovy is going to be able to find him, and there's a crush over the wall to get Clear out of here. Ruler is dead, though, as Raptor was able to hunt him down at the same time. So 3 dead on either side. As Flash out of the way from Chovy does find the Rune Prison there, as well as Clear needs to try and figure out these ultimate placements, as he has missed a couple in a row now.
Ooh, this is trap. Actually, it's kind of scary. He's going to be fine, but...
speaking of turrets not long for the world, Kiin is going to move down towards his bottom lane, does get himself the award as Clear looks to try and get back underneath this turret to teleport in. A full commitment, as there are still minions up and available here, as Canyon once again in a little bit of trouble. He is able to walk his way out of here, but Clear, he's not going to be able to do so. It is Chovy that locks down that kill, as now Ruler in a lot of trouble yet again. This guy is just taking damage and going home. That's kind of his job today.
Well, you know, I feel like this is a fairly even trade if they can get the mid turret. They have a cannon wave here, and with Ruler being so low, I think they should be able to get it. Realm Warp, though.
Yeah, Taeyeon gonna have to respect that one as Chovy and Canyon make their way in. Wild Growth is gonna be the response to the Cyclone, and guess what? It is not enough. Slingshot in his inventory.
It is very sad.
Very sad. 2 items are done here, though, for the Yunara. Pretty scary at this point. Now Kiin getting a bit of his own medicine here as the bear does come down, and he is very dead. That is a kill going over to clear, and they might even be able to get this
Paranoia's
well.
up.
Gen.G looking for an angle to try and take this one as Taeyeon doing a lot of damage towards Chovy, but he's going to take a lot in response. Big shield does come on through as now Raptor is just dead. The Paranoia was available, Wolf, but maybe it shouldn't have been pressed.
Yeah, maybe not in that angle, as they do end up losing their Nocturne here. The turret, a little bit tough to actually secure here, though, for Gen.G as the wave is cleared by Clear. But Vikla is pushing that top inner and is getting a decent amount of work done to it. I think we'll get that first plate.
Ooh, Cinders. Oh dear, Vikla picks up turret aggro. He's very dead.
Okay, well, that could have been something, but it ended up being something for Gen.G.
I was going to say, it was something, Wolf. It's just, it's going in the other column.
It is definitely going in the, this is not going to be a 6-game day column.
Oh, no! Could still be a 5-game day. Come on, KRX.
I mean, it could still be a 6-game day. It's just not in the column. That play there is.
Oh, right, yeah.
Taeyeon, he really wants to put this pressure on and grab that turret, but it's down to like 10 health, and
I feel like
risking
what I was
his life for it.
I feel like what I was talking about before. Be available
Without IE, they just, I feel, are too timid to take Baron as Kiin.
It is the final hour for Vikla, as Kiin is going to be able to cleanse himself as he picks up the solo onto Vikla. Now Raptor looking for the angle as Silver Bolts just doing so much damage, 50 gold, and now Clear is looking to come in and punish the Vayne. Should be able to do so, but I feel like his work here is done as Chovy splitting on the bottom side.
Kind of worried that the Yunara damage might be too big here at this point with IE done. B&K have Prio as well. I think Gen.G might want to opt out of this one. Duro looking for a flank angle, though, leading me to believe they have other plans.
The pincer maneuver is beginning as they look for Canyon, don't find the majority of the damage on him, as now Pop Blossom makes his way forward. Taeyeon is still going to get stunned up as a Cyclone gets right on top of the Yunara, and that is the solution. You just kill him. Vayne is able to get on in there and make things happen as well, as Kiin is just tumbling around the battlefield. Will be able to pick up absolutely everyone, and Gen.G lose interest in any sort of fight in this area.
Really haphazard Dragon Sap. Just because you're there first doesn't mean you have it secured. And their push speed was so great. Chovy didn't even have to flash to actually go in there and help take him out.
There is a cheeky minion looking to be annoying. As all right, they're going to go on to Kiin here, but he gets towards the turret. Raptor is likely to be almost just straight up dead. Does manage to survive, but Canyon and Ruler, alongside Duro, are just going to push in this inhibitor turret. Gen.G able to defend in the mid lane. Crystalline Overgrowth is still there. They couldn't auto it once. And they're going to lose an inhibitor turret. I mean, honestly, I mean, that was the death blow right around that break.
And I feel like we haven't said the words ruler spot in a while. It's going to be a TP here from Chovy as Realm Warp. This might just be the push to end, honestly.
Yeah, they're going to take down the inhibitor at least as Vikla on a flank angle. Kiin is going to be distracted by a control ward for a few moments as now Duro, where did he come from? He was under the enemy nexus as Kellen is just dead. Raptor in a lot of trouble as Vikla, the world's shortest teleport, gets him to the fight, but maybe a little bit too late as the curtains are being called very realistically here for B&K FearX as Vikla looks for a, you know, an attempt at something. And wow, where did the Yunara go?
Death Chamber, Vikla's gonna join her.
Yeah, there is the exhaust as well, and it looked like an exhausting series, to be perfectly honest. B&K FearX will at least be able to leave it relatively quickly, but unfortunately for them, not with a W, as Clear will not be tricked by the Wukong and is just going to get taken down before the celebrations are going to finish here. And Gen.G finish off the Nexus. That was a devastating 2-0, but one thing